How old were you when your friends started calling you Fat Freddy?
Oh, it's been a couple of years, I think, since 2020, probably.
Okay. All right.
So it's pretty normal. Like now I've made some custom made Oakleys now where I put Fred in. So it's pretty nice. I'm used to it.
You got Fat Freddy on there on your Oakleys. All
Yeah.
right. Well, welcome back to the On Your Left start list power rankings. Welcome back to the On Your Left podcast. We are bringing on here Frederik Holm Wester. He's a Danish amateur triathlete, and I first walked up to Fred at 70.3 Worlds while I was doing man on the street stuff, put a microphone in front of him, and he kind of smirked. I think my question was, what did you do to prepare for this race? And he looked confused, and he said, well, I set the amateur I guess world record at Ironman in Copenhagen. Yeah, I don't know how it went, but that came out eventually, and I was like, oh.
Yeah, my friends behind me, they said you have to say that, so why not make some fun out of it?
Yeah, no, that was it was perfect timing, and I always think like that man on the street stuff is so hard to do, but for whatever reason, if Blake and I do it, you know, I just yield. Content. Yeah, content always seems to gravitate towards it. So, I mean, if you just get out there, you'll make gold. So I think that was fitting. And then the funny thing is the microphone was turned off the whole time. So it's not even like I could have posted anything.
I was really scrolling on Instagram looking for that video just to see my cocky comment come out, but I never saw it.
Yeah, it was such like a normal interview too. I was like really excited to post it because I thought it was really funny and fitting. It was very comical, on brand for us. And then there was no audio, which seems to be the theme here. A lot of technical difficulties, but you know, we're working on it.
I feel like a good 10%.
Thank you for joining us. Sorry, what's that, Blake?
I just said I feel like a good 10% of our interviews we get on the street are just lost to the universe.
Yeah. And I think we're on a little bit of a lag here. So I guess we should keep in mind to show us some grace in terms of answering now that I'm realizing, because there definitely is a lag. Blake, my bad on interrupting you.
No, you're good.
But essentially, you know, we do these one-off podcasts, especially in the off season. I like to cover people who are kind of on the fringe of the sport, the personalities. You know, there are tons of different walks of life in this sport. We've interviewed, people that do Ironmans in suits, people that have been arrested at races. So I think it's fitting to maybe balance that out with a high performer. So give us a little bit of background about yourself, Fred. Like, how old are you? Where are you from? How long you've been racing tri? Because I definitely have a few questions after doing some background on you.
Yeah. Well, I'm from Denmark, living in Copenhagen. I'm 25 years old, and I've been in triathlon since 2013. So it's been a couple of years. I started short course racing out of the junior national team in short course racing. Had a lot of struggles when racing there, racing short course in general. Did some Bundesliga and some European Cups on junior level. And then I'm studying, or I'm just finished studying this summer, but I have a master in business, finance, and accounting. Nice. And and now I do long course. So that was like a short brief about who I am, I think.
Well, there you go. Can I fire off some questions about your short course career? What Bundesliga? That's
where I wanted to bring this.
Yeah,
it was the second Bundesliga. I only had like 1 year racing there in a team called Itzehoe.
Is that north or south?
So it wasn't north.
North? Okay. How'd you do there?
Yeah, so it's pretty common
did you enjoy it? Do you like the racing of it, or? Okay.
Yeah, I think it was fun. I did short course. I did short course racing. I was never really the best swimmer, so racing second Bundesliga was a little bit better for me than European Cups, but I only think I did 2 races in the second Bundesliga actually before I had my break from triathlon. I had like a short 2-year break where I started studying and quit triathlon completely.
Wow.
Blake, can you fill in the audience? Can you fill in the audience what league that you guys are talking about? Because a ton of these people are American that are going to be listening.
Yes. Yeah, I guess Bundesliga is a German short course series. They have maybe like 5 races a year, and you race in a team format of 4 people. and there's like individual and team scoring within the same race, and it's all sprint draft legal. And the same is in France as well, the Grand Prix series.
Okay,
And then
so
they
that
have
would
different
be.
tiers as well, like tier 1, tier 2, and then regional Bundesliga.
So Fred, you're saying you were in
Yeah.
tier 2 of that
Mhm.
league?
Yeah.
Is there anybody that raced? Sorry.
It's pretty common for Danish triathletes because we don't have like a big series in Denmark.
Mhm.
So it's pretty common for Danish athletes to go to Germany and race for different teams.
A lot of British kids go and race it too. You'll get a handful of people from everywhere that race.
Is there anybody that you raced with in that 2 league that you see now in the pro field?
To be honest, at that time, I didn't really notice people around me. I think I just did it for the fun. So it was more I had 2 races and I just got on that team, so that was quite a big deal. But no, I don't think in the second Bundesliga you don't see a lot of people going into pros, but in the first you definitely have a lot of good athletes.
Mhm.
Okay. That paints a clear picture. Now, you got some flack in our DMs when we said we were going to interview you a few times. I mean, I see it in your comment section too. Like, dude, the pros want you to race pro. It's so funny. So,
yeah,
so
that was a fun one. Yeah.
Before we dive into that, because I feel like that we could go down a rabbit hole with that. Is that considered pro? Like that Bundesliga, is that considered pro racing? No? Okay.
I think it's because in Germany, triathlon is such a big thing. So during first Bundesliga, in first Bundesliga, you definitely get paid to go to the competitions and you get some money to actually perform. In the second Bundesliga, you only get the transportation and the stay paid, but you don't earn anything from it.
It's more professional than a lot of racing in the US, even the second tier.
We need to get to the root of this, actually. So are you considered a pro by Danish standards at that time? Because I'd imagine, I think I went to your results and you were on the ITU website for an elite race. So technically speaking, you have raced in the elite category, correct?
Yeah, I think that profile was made for me when I made my shift into the European Cups. So to actually get to race, I had 3 races in European Cups. To actually race those, you have to have an ITU license.
And how old are you at this time that you're doing that? Because you said you took
18,
a little hiatus
19,
as well. Okay.
18, 19.
I mean, okay, your biggest chirp right now is why don't you race in the pro field, and we'll get to it. I think you kind of have an interesting story. It's something that we're not familiar with here in the States, where athletes have the opportunity, especially at 13 years old, racing. I mean, now we kind of do. But my generation certainly didn't, in terms of as a concrete infrastructure of junior racing.
I would say we have a decent junior elite structure.
Not
for
in
under
the
18.
Yeah, but going to other countries, I guess Europe's totally different in terms of landscape. Yeah. Okay, I guess what I'm getting at is it's not like you were racing pro and you decided to step down to amateur racing. You reached a time when I'm guessing you were headed to university. And is this when you took your time off? Was after the junior and short course racing?
Yeah. So at the moment, between 2019 and 20, I had a gap year after my high school years. So I had a gap year where I actually focused all out on triathlon. And that was when COVID hit and I lost motivation completely. Couldn't race and I trained because I want to race. So I lost all my motivation and started my studies and thought, okay, I'll quit triathlon and I find a new hobby. And then 2 years went by and I still had a start number. I signed for age group racing in Elsinore in 2022 or something. So I still had that starting number that I've paid for. So when I came close to that time, I thought, okay, why not try to do that half Ironman? And I just participated for fun. The year after, I didn't do anything again. And then I thought for myself, everyone, I think it was a podcast with Jelly Geens where people ask him, have you ever done an Ironman? And he was like, nope, but I've done triathlon for a lot of years. So I thought the same, why not just do an Ironman for fun? Group racing and did my first one in 2023 in Copenhagen. And I won that race in my age group, qualified for Kona. And because I've been in the sport for so long, Kona was quite a big deal. So I thought, why not go all in again, try win Kona, and then go from, and yeah, now we're here. So
So okay, I first saw that your first Ironman race, you came third in your age group. It was a 70.3 Ironman branded race,
7.3.
rather.
Yeah.
Yeah, you came third in
that
your
was
age
the
group,
7.3.
and then you just dominated your age group ever since in terms of Ironman or 70.3 racing. You've always won your age group, right?
Yeah,
So you
until
qualify
Marbella.
until Marbella, yeah. And yeah, which is understandable, right? So you go to Copenhagen, do your first Ironman, win your age group, qualify for Kona, and then it was Kona, right? It wasn't Nice.
It was Kona, and
Okay, and
I
so
knew the year after would be in Nice, so I thought, okay, it has to be now.
Interesting. So you go to Kona, you win your age group at Kona, 18 to 24.
Weren't you like fourth overall too?
Fourth overall age grouper. Yeah.
Insane.
But I think the fun part about like Hawaii Kona, it was perfect timing for my studies because it was right where I had my semester abroad. So I actually planned Kona.
Where'd you go abroad?
Hawaii.
No way.
Okay, this guy. I got nothing wrong with the story. Like, if you're hating on this story,
So I thought, okay. I thought, how could I be the most prepared athlete besides Kate Lieto in Hawaii? That would be to actually go on exchange. So,
oh my God.
Yeah, so I lived in Oahu for 4 months while I was preparing for Kona.
I mean, how could you argue with this story? Like, you know what I have to say? Like, you just prepare well. Like, you know your goals. You're very, I guess, pointed in your decisions. And it sounds like it's not, I mean, as weird as this sounds, it sounds like it's not too stressful because you're lining things up and you're doing it in a way that you're listening to your intuition and the timing of life to really get the most out of it.
For sure. One thing was that I, like in Hawaii, had like the acclimatization and on point, basically training there. But also it was while I had my year abroad, so I basically didn't do school and I couldn't work because I was in the US. So I basically lived as a professional like 3 months up till the race in Hawaii circumstances. So the only thing was I had to train by myself for 2 months, but
wow.
Yeah, that's okay. So you win that, and then the following year you decide to race Copenhagen again, and this is the record-breaking performance.
Yeah.
Why did you want to go back to Copenhagen after? I mean, where's the motivation to do that if you win your age group at Worlds?
Because I knew that the summer when I came home from Hawaii, I knew that I had to work my full-time job and I had to write my master. So I thought I wouldn't have time for training. Like training would be the training would be my third priority. And then when I came home, I was super lucky that my they are super fine with me doing triathlon and they respect it a lot. So I could prioritize my training and then I could fit in work from home, work from where I am around that. But that was after I had signed up for Copenhagen. So it was kind of, okay, I have to sign up now, like make the decision in Kona. And my idea was that I had to go all in on studies and school again when I came back from Hawaii. So that was why I chose to participate as an age grouper last year.
I mean, I think that's also like what it takes at your age is a lot of help from the universe, a lot of support from, people indirectly as well, and the flexibility. Like that's what it takes to compete. I mean, obviously, like if you're doing it with a family, kids, and a steady job, those are different stressors. But I mean, at your age, that's kind of how you got to do it if you want to be the best in the world. I mean, Blake, like,
I recognize a lot. Yeah. I mean, I basically went on a similar journey to him, I would say. Yeah, it's pretty wild. Like business school and everything, masters, all that. It's wild.
No, 100%. And you qualified for Kona this year and you timed that and you even said to me, you were like, I don't know if I could be training as much next year.
Yeah, I think I'm retiring.
Yeah.
I mean, it takes a lot. So, I guess my question would be, now that you did Copenhagen, did you take your Kona slot?
Nope.
No. Okay. So then what's next then?
He's giving back. He's giving back to the community.
Pro life. I'm racing. I know already. I think I had one race in Venice Jesolo last year where I knew that, okay, I have to race pro next year.
Okay.
but yeah, that was something I figured out after I bought my ticket for Marbella. So I thought, okay, let's finish this age group life, race Copenhagen last year as a pro, age grouper, and then Marbella, and then we go pro next year. So just got my pro license, signed up for my first race.
Have you announced this? Are you breaking news? Have you announced this yet?
Not really anything.
Okay,
specific.
first reported.
The people around me knows.
Yeah.
So.
All right, first report on your left. Frederik Webster's entering the Danish pro triathlon pool.
Yep.
There you go.
What's your plan for this year? What races?
I will race Valencia 70.3, the first race, and then I'm gonna do Elsinore again. Of course, kind of hometown race here.
Why do you gravitate towards these faster courses? Do you just prefer them being Danish?
Yeah. I think the faster courses because of my aerodynamic, to be honest.
And how'd you develop that?
Yeah.
Like coming from short course, taking a gap period, and then like where did you get dialed on your time trial setup?
Okay, so a big part of my setup back home here in Denmark, Copenhagen, is my training club, KTK 86. I don't know if that says anything to you guys, but we're a club with a lot of stars, basically. On a daily basis, I train with Magnus and Thor. Yeah. So Magnus is a part of the team, Thor Bendix, Laura Madsen. We got Scott Steenberg, Valdemar Solok, a lot of guys who are racing on international level, and it's just a big community. A lot of pro guys. We got head coach Jens Petersen back, who's like the head coach for Magnus as well. We got Sif. So we got like a lot of top tier people in our club, and we have always been focusing on like the details, to be honest. Like we're doing every once in a week we have someone on the Velodrome testing aerodynamics with Christopher Visti, the owner of Aerogain. We do a lot of aero testing. We do a lot of we basically have our own 3D printer guy, Christopher Visti, printing stuff for us. So I think aerodynamic in our club and keeping an eye for the detail is a really, really big and valuable resource.
That's the Danish method, right?
Yeah.
You guys developing the Danish method up there?
We're trying to keep it quite on the low.
Yeah, lock and key, classic. Classic.
Just out of the velodrome secret. Yeah.
So you're kicking your season off in Venice. Do you have any right in Venice? You said. So do you have any
No, Valencia. Sorry.
Or Valencia, sorry. On paper, it shows that you're a stronger Ironman racer. Is that correct? Yeah. Is that going to be the goal, is to focus on Ironman? And having said that, are you going to go Ironman Pro Series? So you're going to have to do a couple 70.3s, or are you just going to do what you want to do?
I'm going to do the 70.3s only for build up and get into race again, race the faster races, race in race dynamics and not go all by myself in the pro or in age group. But my main goals will be Challenge Route, hopefully, and Ironman Maryland in September.
That's a good one for publicity too, because they do a lot for the athletes there. So I feel like to get your name out, that's a good one, and you'll do well at that race.
Yeah.
I
think that would be nice.
Yeah. I was gonna say, speaking of race dynamics, now that you're stepping up to pro, how do you feel about 20 meter?
Yeah, that's the good question. I think my biking is pretty decent.
I think with your aero setup and everything.
So I think in general, we're pretty good bikers in Denmark. Of course, there's a completely different level from age group racing to pro racing. Basically all Ironman and 70.3s I've raced in age group, I've been one of the front guys up the water, and then I went alone on the bike. And I have done some fast times, like in Elsinore, I did sub 2 hour bike alone, and I did 4:11 in Hamburg the year before alone as well. So I know I'm capable of doing some fast bike split, but still some time down to the really fast guys, of course. But I'm looking forward to some kind of race dynamic still. But I think I'm in a good place with my biking.
I would say you're front end of the chase pack from looking at your results. Is that accurate, Blake? Would you say what do
you swim in an Ironman?
I think again, that's also some different rate. I think I have some really good open water skills that I can take from my short course career, but I have never like used them in Ironman racing because I've done age group racing. So you don't have the same pack. Like I've always searched to be number 2 out of the water. Like I don't want to be the first one pulling the pack. Why should I do that? I know my biking is fine, but getting up the water in second position, that's perfect. So that's basically what I've tried to do in every race, but I'm looking forward to like really get the mass start. I know I'm good at getting out, and I'm good at finding the right feed from short course racing. So I'm looking forward to that part. So I think I was gonna chase pack something.
I was gonna say, looking at your results and probably with your background, it looks like you're like going to be that front end of the chase pack in either distance. Do you have any motivation coming to North America to bully some of our North American?
He's doing
pros?
Maryland.
I'm gonna do Maryland.
Oh, dude, you're gonna love that course.
Yeah, I was gonna say you're gonna have a field day there. That's gonna be so fun.
And we need it. We need you guys to come over to kick our heads in.
I thought it could be fun. Also, like to be honest, to find like a more decent start to my pro life with people, hopefully the fast guys doing knees at that time and Kona.
Yeah.
So yeah,
it is. I have it marked as the cherry pick Ironman of the year this year. It is. I'm still debating on what
to be honest, I think let's go for the tough field and road, and then Maryland afterwards.
It's not the greatest location. We'll be honest with you with that. It's
make sure you book your hotel right now.
Get it now. There's no hotels in that area. All right. So I was going to take a question from one of the Instagram followers. I threw it on there an hour ago. So we got like 4 or 5 questions here.
Oh no.
Dude, like I said, going in your comment section, Sam Long even was like, when you race in the pro field, and I'm like, that's so passive aggressive, Sam. Like, why do you care?
Pro field next? Question mark.
Yeah, that's what he said. Yeah, like not even a congrats, just pro field next.
But again,
terrified.
Like in a race like Copenhagen, the thing that I think, to be honest, the thing that actually made my race, that was that the age group field started 5 minutes after the pros. So that meant that I actually caught up to some of the slower guys, which will be the faster bikers. So I think I had like this. Did I have the second or third fastest bike split that day? Because I actually like rode with the fast guys, and then it was a hometown race, so I knew the course. Like I did. I think virtually I ran into transition 2 in like 5th position. So
yeah, I mean that's what I was going to say too with your race dynamic. Like you're going to be cycling with the pros too, so you're just going to get faster, like automatically just racing with them. And that just proves, the point I was going to make. Anyway, it's just funny to go to your Instagram post, see Sam Long. It's like pro field, not even a congrats, just like pro field next.
Pro field next.
People are looking over their shoulder at this next gen.
Yeah.
We talk about it all the time, right, Blake?
Yeah.
All right. So this is coming from an American pro, and I picked this specifically. First of all, somebody DM'd me, and when I said we're interviewing you, and the DM said, "Come on, man!" Like disappointed that we're interviewing you. People are so funny.
I think people are allowed to say what they want to say. I'm just having fun out here.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, that's our MO. And on paper, like, if you look like age group world record holder, I get it. Like, what does that mean? Because the joke that we like to make is Gustav won age group 18 to 24 at, 2022 Kona or whatever it was, 25 to 29.
Yeah.
So because pros have ages too. And we get that joke. But learning your story and stuff. And I mean, if you want to go into your Copenhagen race specifically, you can go to the Try Oracle podcast. If I remember, I listened to that, and you kind of went a little bit deeper into strategy and then the build up over there. So we'll give out a shout out to Try Oracle. I know they're fans of On Your Left too. But this comes from a pro. So he's asking right now, if you guys had a race next week, could you beat Daniel Beckegaard in a full Ironman?
Oh, that's a good question. No, I with full respect for him. No, I don't think I would be able to. Like he's been in the sport for so many years, and he was like, we were actually trained by the same coach when I was really young, and he was just upcoming young athlete. So we're not from the same area, but we train in like what is called Ganløse Triathlon Club at the same time, where like Daniel raced with Emil Holm and Miki Torholt and Kasper Stenerup at that time. And that was like people I was really looking up to. So I don't think it would be fun to actually do a race against those guys, but I think Daniel is still in a level, 3 levels above me.
All right, we had to ask.
Respect.
Okay, there's a couple more Danish specific questions that I had. Who would you rank the number 1 Danish triathlete right now going into this year?
Magnus.
Yeah.
Okay, and then Christian number 2 or Tor?
Christian, yeah.
Christian.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hernhaug. And then I think there will be some upcoming guys on maybe the 70.3 distance and as well. So
are they coming like out of nowhere, or are they coming up from short course?
From short course. Like I think Emil, he's still better at the 70.3 distance and will probably do good in that next year as well. And one of my best friends, like Valdemar Solak, he will probably also do some great results in 70.3s this year.
I'd like to see Emil in T100.
Yeah, I think he would love to race that.
I wish he could get it. Yeah, I want him to get in there. Yeah.
All right. Last question, just because we don't know the area and the dynamics. Is there any rivalry? Because I made a joke about it earlier, between like the Scandinavian countries. I know, a lot of country pride up there, but is there any like rivalry with Norway or anything like that?
No, I haven't spoken personally. I have spoken personally with Gustav after Marbella in a pretty drunk situation. We had a little talk. So I don't know if he was drunk. I was. But but no, I don't think so. I think the guys that we know from short course, like Sebastian Wernersson and Cedric and so on, I think go pretty calm around and talk and say hi. And what I noticed was that Emil, he made fun of Kasper Stornes in Marbella as well when we were standing together, like in a friendly way. Hey, world champion, how goes? Bye. So
is there any?
I think it's just for fun, all of it.
There's no historical animosity, like you guys didn't invade Norway and like prosecute them.
You cannot ask me about historic.
I'm just thinking of memes I could make.
That's not my special topic.
I'm just thinking if there's any drama I could stir up mid-season.
That'd be more Great Britain, dude.
Yeah.
No, I don't think so. I think especially in Denmark here, and I also think because we come from the same club and our society in that club is really nice. We want to cheer each other up instead. Like we're really trying to get the best out of each other, and we're trying to, maybe in my little friend group, we're trying to look a little bit up to like the Norwegians' way of coaching each other, because like we're really talking with each other about, hey, I don't feel really on top today. What should I do with my training? Or during intervals, hey, how do you feel? How do I feel? Should we up the pace? Should we decrease the pace a little bit? Or we're trying to like interact with each other all the time in a positive way.
Yeah, that daily training environment's invaluable at any level. I mean, everybody knows that.
I think, like, to be honest, it makes a big difference, huge difference for us.
Difference.
Yeah, that collaboration I think is huge in triathlon. I don't think you see that a lot. You in like a training group, you see more of like one big dog that dictates everything, and all the other lackeys just follow on each session. So the collaboration I think is huge.
Yeah, I think because many of us are racing so much the same kind of area, and we maybe lack some of the same skills, or we got some of the same bike powers, we can do a lot of training together. So to be honest, when we go out for, let's say, a long ride doing 60 minutes of threshold, it doesn't matter if one got 6 times 10 minutes or the other one got 4 times 15. We're still trying to mix it up and do it together and do 4 times 15, all of us, so we can try to learn the race dynamics, or however we want to get the best out of the session.
Yeah, if you train with a group, then you never have to adapt to racing dynamics in a pro field. You're always training with people, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, we don't have, I'm thinking outside of like the short course DTEs, we don't have a long course DTE unless it's like a coach with his lackeys, training with his lackeys, like you said. Like there isn't.
Yeah, where there's one big guy dictating everything.
Like I guess you would have the Boulder crew with like Rudy, Andre Lopez, Mooney, the amateur who's like really fast, and then you also have some retired guys who drop in, but it's not a daily.
No, it's just like, oh, I'm doing this today.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure
like
at the
we're
pool, there's a lot of that.
maybe, yeah, we have like, let's say 5 swim sessions a week, and we'll be 40 people in the pool, where maybe 15, 20 of us can swim together.
I want to come and work out. I got to get out there.
I think you're
spend
more
a
than
few
welcome.
hours in what's the village in Copenhagen? Christian.
Just spend some hours in Christiania.
Yeah, Christiania, and then I'll come
get
and
some
do
weed
a few
and
laps.
have fun.
Oh man! All right, that's it for me. I think this was fun, dude. When you paint a full story of like your journey into how you got to where you're at, it's like how could you complain? This is a guy who values his time and energy and knows what he wants in terms of goals. So I admire it for sure. This is a great story in the sport.
The greatest thing ever is lining up your semester abroad to Kona. That's the coolest thing ever.
Especially that Hawaii's not like, no offense to Hawaii, but it's not like the most powerhouse business school area in our country.
Like, to be honest, I even took like a summer course back home in Copenhagen. So I only had 3 courses over there on Hawaii. And I think seriously, one of them was I learned how to surf kind of vibe. So I don't know how my school said it was fine, but it was.
Well, that's the American education system. So you just got to get through it.
When I studied in Italy, I took a class about food, wine, and culture. So it's part of it.
Yeah. Doesn't sound bad either.
No, you could have just lived in Brooklyn for like 6 months.
Yeah, fair enough.
But I think one of the questions with the question you have with why I didn't race pro last year also comes down to like maybe my personality, that I'm not the typical pro right now. I also like to go out and have fun with my friends outside of sport and go out and actually drink during the weekends, or like I don't want to sacrifice those things yet. So we'll see how it goes this year, but like, yeah, I was on a boat party in Hawaii 3 weeks before Kona, and I had fun.
You were born to race collegiate club triathlon, man. I wish you stayed in the U.S.
Well, I mean, I'm sure you'll come to that conclusion as you start your pro journey, and I'm sure you'll find balance. I mean, I know tons of pros who still indulge in extracurriculars and still race at a high level. So I guess find a balance. That's my advice. And the other advice is, you only have X amount of years to do this. So take it seriously. There's that argument, and, you just got to find what works for you. So
I think I believe in the life balance. Like if I only focus on triathlon 100%, like I would not be able to perform on the level that I actually want to perform. And I would be way too nervous before or when standing on the start line, where when I have my things around it, like I even got told, like, from my good friend Valdemar when we were in Marbella, and we were actually living like pros, of course, because we had to race the world champs. He was like, Frederik, I don't think you'll ever be a good pro triathlete because you cannot relax. No. So like I have a lot of different things going on all the time, but I enjoy that.
Well, I'm sure you'll. I mean, we're definitely going to be cheering you on this year.
Yeah.
We're going to throw you in the power rankings for sure.
Yeah.
I would love that.
I think you got 2 new big fans.
Put me above Emil.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, man. Blake, you got anything else? I'm good.
No, that was fantastic. Yeah, thanks for sharing your journey, and I think you'll find a lot of people relate to your pathway, even if they're not achieving the level that you're at. Yeah, just very impressive, and congrats, and keep the momentum up. Yeah,
very, very self-aware. For sure. All right, dude. Fred, appreciate it. We'll tell people to follow your Instagram. We'll drop the link and stuff so they can. You don't have a YouTube channel, do you?
No, I don't have a YouTube.
Okay.
I have a coaching biz, so let them reach out if they want to.
Give it a shout out. Right.
No, I'm not. I'm definitely not gonna do a YouTube yet. That's I don't think I have the time for that.
I like Fred, man. He's kind of jaded already. He's He's kind of like over it.
Oh man.
All right, take care, man. I'm just gonna
Yeah.
stop the